Hello everyone, welcome to Mr. Naylor's class. I'm Mr. Naylor, and today what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to multiply polynomials. Now, what we're going to do today really doesn't involve anything new, but I want to review with you guys for just a minute some of the things that we should already know. So for example, we have x squared times x to the third, okay? Terms don't have to be like terms for us to multiply and divide. They do have to be like terms that add and subtract, right? Yeah. So these are not like terms, but it doesn't matter because we would multiply these two together, we would add the exponents. So 2 plus 3, we'd get x to the fifth. If we tried to add x squared plus x to the third, you can't add them because they're not like terms, right?
Yes.
All right, very good. So really all multiplying is a distributive property, okay? Here, this is really a polynomial that's been simplified. Simplified means you've added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided. All you can, right? How do I know what to add, subtract, multiply, and divide? How do I know which order or what to do? Anybody know? Everybody raise their hand and guess? Go ahead. The order of operations, right? Order of operations said no parentheses, can't do anything with the exponents, so the next thing that we would do is multiply, right? Now remember, another name for multiplying is the distributive property. You remember the distributive property?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let's say I have 2 times 3, and I put 3 in parentheses like this. Really, all we're doing is we're distributing or multiplying that 2 times 3, right? We know 2 times 3 is 6, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Now how about I put x times x squared? That's another distributive property or multiplying problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is x times x squared?
Same thing.
X3.
It's x to the third.
Yes, sir.
Because there's a 1 right there, and you add the exponents. X to the first plus the 2 is x to the third. Okay, very good. So really this is nothing new. We know that when we multiply variables, we add the exponents, correct?
Yes, sir.
Let's say if I had something like this. 2x squared times 3x to the fourth. Now what would I do?
You gotta multiply.
Multiply what?
2 and 3.
What are 2 and 3 called? Do you remember what we call them in math?
Coefficients.
Coefficients, very good. And then we add the exponents. So what's the final answer?
It's gonna be 6. 6x power 6.
6x to the power of 6.
Yeah, 6.
Very, look how smart we are. I love this.
Yep.
Okay. Now, let's make it a little bit more challenging. Let's say we have 2 times x plus 4. Now, instead of 1 term in the parentheses, we have 2. We want to simplify it. We want to add, subtract, multiply, and divide all we can. And how do we know what to do first? The order of operations, right?
Yeah.
Can you do anything in parentheses? X and 4, are they like terms?
No.
No. Are there any exponents that we can use?
No.
No. So then multiplying's next. Multiplying is the what? What's another word for multiplying? Distributive property. Very good. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 4 is 8. That is in standard form. You can't do anything more with that. Highest exponent, and then a number by itself. Jaden, do you remember what we would call this kind of polynomial? Does anybody remember what we call this kind of polynomial? It's a linear binomial.
Oh,
Right, you remember?
yeah.
Okay, great. How about this one? Let's make it a little bit more difficult now. Let's say we have 3x times x to the third plus 4. You guys try that one. Go ahead and write it down. I'm going to try it too. Let's see if we get the same answer. 3x and then parentheses x plus 4. If you get stuck, take a look up here. If you're watching a video, press pause and then press play when you're done trying it. See if you got the right answer. Did you get what I got?
Yes.
There's a 1 right there. You add the exponents. 3x to the fourth, 3 times 4 is 12. Don't forget to put the x there. Do you know what we call that polynomial for extra credit? Anybody know how we would name that based on the degrees and based on the number of terms?
Quadratic binomial.
Quadratic means that the highest exponent is 2. So this highest exponent is 4.
Cubic.
So we would actually call this,
Duplex?
when it's more than 3, we would call it a fourth
Degree.
degree, what?
Trinomial. Or binomial.
Binomial, there's only 2. Now, that's really good if you know that. Let's try one more. Let's say we have 2x to the third and then 4x squared minus 8x. That's a hard one. Try that one.
Yes, sir.
If you're watching the video, press pause, try it, and then press play. When you're done, we'll see if we got the same answer. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Multiply the coefficients 8, add the exponents 5. 2 times negative 8 is negative 16. 3 plus 1 is 4.
But where did you get the 4 from? The power.
3, and then there's a 1 there.
Oh.
3 plus 1 is 4. Do you know what you would call this kind of polynomial?
Linear.
Linear means the highest exponent is 1. The highest exponent here is 5.
What degree?
So it's a 5th degree binomial. So really the only thing that we're learning today that we really need to know is the distributive property. And when we distribute, when you multiply variables, they don't have to be like terms to multiply, right? What do you do when you multiply variables? What do you do with the exponents? You add them. That's the only thing that really we have to know about multiplying polynomials is they don't have to be like terms, and when you multiply the variables, you add the exponents. So make sure you guys are watching and liking and subscribing our YouTube videos, and everybody else, make sure that if you're watching this, you do the same, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.